Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here with another Magic 2014 Let's Play video. So I'm playing with the Avacyn's Glory deck today. I think I've gone through most of the other decks, so I thought I'd kind of loop back around and start playing some of my favourite decks again. Just looking at this hand, there are no, what's it called, Champion of the Parishes, so I think I'm going to draw a new hand, see if I find one. That's not a good hand either, so let's try once more. Oh, bloody hell, bit of a glitch there. What the hell happened there? What the F? Did not want it to do that. Weird, glitchy Magic 2014. So this first game might not do quite so well. Maybe should have stuck with that first hand in the end, but it's going to be able to play the Selfless Cathar pretty quickly. Hopefully we'll draw into the Champion of the Parish. I've got 4 of them in the deck, so I should find one somewhere, in theory. So he must have kept his hand. So playing a black deck could be interesting, could not be interesting, depending on what kind of black deck he's running. More land. I've only got 23 land. I've only got 23 land in this deck as well. I seem to be getting an awful lot of land. So let's hit continue. So sacrifice Selfless Cathar. Why do I want to sacrifice it when it's the only one on the field? But you can give every other creature you control +1/+1, which is pretty sweet. So I've hit him for 1. It's not the end of the world. No, I do not want to sacrifice him. I love Golden Knight Commander. It's one of my favourite cards in this deck as well. So we've got Geralt's Messenger, enters battlefield tap, and when Geralt's Messenger enters battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life, and it's undying as well. Interesting. So hopefully we can get something else down pretty good. More land? Seriously? What is going on with this deck? I have 23 land. It's not as though I've got like a heavy excess of mana in here. I've put like so many like low cost creatures as well, and I don't seem to be finding any of them. It's just one of those games, I think. So I want to try and avoid killing this guy. Well, I don't know really. Depends. If you want, you kind of want to like kill him and then kill him again pretty quickly. So he's got another Geralt's Messenger down. So I lose another 2 life. It's pretty mental. Be nice if I had one of my angels or something that would be cool right now, as I've got plenty of land. So it goes another 3 points of damage. So I'm down to 13 already. So this is not looking good. Seriously? This is a massive piss take. So I've got El Inquisitor. So when El Gold Inquisitor dies, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token flying off the battlefield. I think we'll go for the Golden Knight Commander first, though. Basically able to pump up all my other creatures, so you never know. I might be able to get some other good creatures down. So at least I could, in theory, block one of these creatures this turn. Undead War Chief. Oh, great. So this is going to be a bit of a washout already. I don't know what happened with the blooming mulligan here. I'm sure it mulliganed twice or something crazy like that, or he spazzed out. So it's either take a hit for 10 or block one of them. So I'm going to block one of them. Hopefully I can get something decent down this turn. Fingers crossed. So I'm down to 8. Not looking good. Seriously? What the actual F? That is a massive piss take. I mean a massive piss take. The fact that... Oh my god. I'm going to have to skip, otherwise I'm dead. I'm probably dead anyway, because he can push through at least 3 or 5... No, that's pretty much me dead. A second Undead War Chief. Seriously, a mana flood. I've got 23 mana in this deck. I think I need to reduce it down to 22, because that is far too much mana. Or it's just a really unlucky draw in which all my mana just come out on top. So if I block you and block you, that kind of keeps me in the game, although this is kind of clutching at straws right now. I can do something good. So I get a 2/2 1/1 creature with flying. Oh, excellent. You know, that's dead handy. Oh, so now it comes up with the Gather the Townsfolk. So Fateful Hour, if you have 5 or less life, put 5 of those. Oh, excellent. So I get 5. At least get 5 creatures. 5 creatures down. That would have still been good with the Golden Knight Commander, unfortunately, but at least got plenty of blockers for the time being, so I might still be in it. Never know. You never know. Although, with two Undead War Chiefs and now a Lord of the Undead, so other zombie creatures game, yeah, that's me pretty much dead. So I may survive this turn, but I doubt I'm surviving next turn somehow. Unless I've got somewhere that will wipe off all the creatures off the board, but I don't think I have that either. So let's just block all of these. Like I said, this is just clutching at straws. I can't remember if I've got... I think I have at least 1 Sunburst Angel left in this deck. So in theory, if I drew that now and I could play it, then all those creatures will be wiped off the board. That would be pretty cool, but I doubt that's going to happen somehow. Nope, it's just going to... More land, seriously? Oh, I'm just going to concede. I'll see if I get number 2 in a sec, guys. Okay, guys, so we're back, so hopefully we won't get mana flooded this turn. What have we got to start off with? So, this isn't too bad a starting hand. I've got a Doomed Traveller, got a Thalia Garden of Thraben, I've got to Gather the Townsfolk, and 3 lands, so I think I'll keep that hand. It's not too bad. Hopefully we can draw into a Champion of the Parish fairly quickly, which would always be nice. So we get a 1-1 down, which when dies comes back as a 1-1 with flying, so pretty cool. See what Mr. IB John 346 with Mage of Jade. Seriously, more land. I literally just went and took a land out of this deck. Oh my god. So I think we're going to go for the Thalia Guardian of Thraben. So all non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast, and this one's got first strike as well, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be able to swing in, hit him for 1 this turn. We'll be able to hit for 3 next turn. Hopefully we could draw into a Champion of the Parish. That'd be excellent, because I've got to Gather the Townsfolk as well. So it'd come on pretty pumped up straight away, which would be quite nice. So we're playing red-white, so Swords of the Samurai, or is it the Artifact deck? When Mirsad dies, put a 1-1 colourless mirror artifact creature token onto the battlefield. Yeah, it looks like we're playing the Artifact deck. Seriously, more land! That is a piss take. So I'm actually going to swing him with both of these, because even if he decides to block this one, it's got first strike. And if he decides to kill this one, then I get a creature flying down, which is always cool. So that one goes off the battlefield, so he gets an artifact back, but it's not the end of the world. I'd rather try and remain playing the Path to Exile unless he gets something good down. Something like the one that gets protection from all colours. I'd rather use it on that before he gets too many. So what's that one then? Has double strike as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. So I won't have double strike yet, which is always good. So I obviously can't block that one. So he's going to hit me for 1. Come on, give me something good. Champion, more land. What is going on? Like essentially two mana flood games. Jesus Christ. Swinging with both of these. This one's got first strike, so even if he decides to block that one, it will deal 2. It will kill him off. So he's decided not to block. And the other one goes through, so I'm going down to 15. So hit continue. So I'll probably be using the Path to Exile to remove one of his artifact creatures if he plays one. I'd rather try and prevent him from... So put 2 1-1 colourless mirror artifact tokens onto the battlefield. So let's just Path to Exile his Auri Arcade right, just to get it off the battlefield. Just because it's funny, and he gets to play a land, but that means he won't be able to swing in this turn with double strike, which is always good. So he's going to swing in with one of his artifact tokens, while I can still swing in without being blocked. My turn. Ooh, Angelic Overseer. That is going to be good. Has hexproof and indestructible, providing I have a human down on the battlefield. So you are getting played. So as long as you control a human, Angelic Overseer has hexproof and indestructible. It's going to be excellent for this deck. So let's swing in with you. No, let's swing with both. See what he does. He may decide to block, he may not. At least this one can swing in without being blocked at all. So he's going to take another hit for 3, which is pretty sweet. So he's down to 12. Still haven't seen a Champion of the Parish. Like I said, I've got 4 in this deck. It's not as though I've got too many cards. It's not as though I've got too many lands. I've only got 22 lands in this deck now. I still haven't found one of my 4 Champion of the Parishes. So he's playing the Rusted Relic, which comes on as a 5/5 Golem artifact creature, as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Interesting. Ah, finally, a Champion of the Parish. That's what I was waiting for. So we're going to play you. And then I'll also play the Gather the Townsfolk at the end, just to be on the safe side. I think I'm just going to swing in with this bad boy. Yes, let's attack with him. Hit him for 5. It's indestructible. Even if he could block it somehow, he wouldn't actually be killed off. So he's down to 7. And then I'll also play the Gather the Townsfolk, which will pump up my Champion of the Parish to a 3/3, I believe. Gives me a couple of blockers as well, which is always good. So this is how this deck is supposed to be played. You're supposed to get one of these down, pump it up with loads of human creatures, get something like the Angelic Overseer down, which so we got there, an Auric Sunchaser. As long as you control 3 or more artifacts, it has +2/+2 and flying. Fair enough. So what then? Dispatch. Oh, so was it? So he's just managed to exile my Champion of the Parish. Interesting. Oh, this one's hexproof, isn't it? So you can't actually hex this one off. Excellent. So What am I going to do? Let's kill off... So why would you swing in with your artifact creatures, which I can kill off? Dumbass. Let's... Let me just think. So that's an artifact, that's not... So let's kill off... We might as well try and kill off as many of these as possible, really. Let's keep at least one human down on the battlefield. So let's just kill off 3 of his artifacts. Why would you do that? Yes, I lose I lose 2 of my creatures and I take 5 damage, but then suddenly his like Metalcraft don't work anymore. So that's just relegated to the side. More land. I'll just keep it in my hand just so it looks like I've got something to play, which I don't. So I can swing with you, and then I may as well swing in with you as well, because he's got first strike. So I've got lethal next turn at the moment, which is pretty sweet. Ah, and he's been replaced by the AI. There we go. Awesome. So that's at least 1 win with this deck now. That's the way this deck was supposed to be played. Just hit continue. No point playing the planes. Nothing to do with it. I should have lethal next turn against the AI. Yeah, that was a really dumb thing to swing in with all your artifacts. Like, yeah, swinging with your so continue. May as well just swing in with the Angelic Overseer just for lethal. So yeah, that was a really dumb thing to swing in with 3 artifact creatures and essentially lose the game that way. But hey ho. That's a win for us. I'll see you for game number 3 in a sec, guys. Okay, guys, so we're back for game number 3, and in this one we're playing a Tepussy Wizard. Interesting name there. So, is this deck worth starting out with? I've got the Champion of the Parish, I've got 1 land, and I've also got 2 Gather the Townsfolk. So, I'm actually really tempted to keep this hand just because I've got the 2 Gather the Townsfolk and the Champion of the Parish. Even though I've only got 1 land, hopefully I can draw into one pretty quickly. Ah, there we go. Excellent. So this is going to be the perfect start. Champion of the Parish, 2 lands, 2 Gather the Townsfolk. We are on for a winner here. Mentor of the Meek would also be pretty cool to play maybe before one of the Gather the Townsfolk. That way I get to draw cards, possibly, depending if I get the 3rd land or not though. So what are we playing? We are playing the Guardians of Light deck, I think. So got like the Ajani Sunstriker, what they called. Ah, excellent. So we've got third land as well. So we've got the Unruly Mob. But first of all, I'm going to play the Gather the Townsfolk. Pump this bad boy up to a 3/3. There we go. This is where we want to be. This is where we want to be starting out with this deck. So I can swing in because even if he blocks, I just kill off his creature. So he decided not to block. Good choice. I'll hit him for 3. It's not the end of the world. Annoyingly, this does have lifelink even. What am I talking about? So next turn, I've got Unruly Mob or Mentor of the Meek, maybe? I don't know which one to play. I'll see how it goes. Depends if I draw like more land or anything like that. So he's going to play an Ajani Sunstriker. He's going to swing in for 2. Do I kill it off? I'm thinking of killing it off. Stop it getting too much lifelink, really. Do I do that? These aren't really doing anything else, so I may as well just kill off his creature now. As I have another Gather the Townsfolk anyway, so he does get the 2 life back, and he's playing a Core Spirit Dancer. That's the one I was thinking of. This is like, essentially this deck revolves around the Core Spirit Dancers, so, excellent. The Angelic Overseer as well for later on. So I'm going to wait for this one to get pumped up with loads of auras before playing the Fiend Hunter. There's no point playing that one too soon because I can exile his card, which is pretty cool. So do I play the Unruly Mob or do I play the Mentor of the Meek? I'm thinking of playing Mentor of the Meek now, so that way, like next turn, I could possibly play Gather the Townsfolk and Unruly Mob if I draw into a land, and then I've also then got the option of drawing cards as well using the Mentor of the Meek. So it's kind of like a long-term target here. So I got my Champion of the Parish pumped up to a 4/4 already, which is always nice to see. Yeah, playing the Mentor of the Meek is kind of like a long-term play. Armored Ascension. See, this is why I wanted to save the Fiend Hunter, because I can now essentially exile that creature next turn. It may deal 6 damage to me this turn, but it is about to be exiled, which is just quite funny. So that's why I wanted to save the Fiend Hunter for now. So I do take 6 damage, but not the end of the world. We're going to draw a land? Nope. But we are going to play Fiend Hunter. Exile his Core Spirit Dancer. Goodbye. Pump up my Champion of the Parish in the process. Yeah, that's what I like to see. And that gets sent to the graveyard as well. So that's one Armor Ascension out the way. So I may as well swing in with the Mentor of the Meek as well. Why the hell not? Do some damage. Do 7 damage to him. Excellent. They see. That's why I wanted to keep the Fiend Hunter. I'm thinking strategically. I'm reading my cards. Doing a good job. So what's he got then? Messer Enchantress. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you may draw a card. Fair enough. And a pacifism. So he's going to pacify my champion of the parish. It's fair enough. I'll give him that one. It's a pretty good card to pacify. He's down to 8 already though, so he is on the ropes. Ooh, Mentor of the Meek. Or the Unruly Mob. I'm thinking gather the townsfolk and then paying whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do so, draw a card. Or do I go for the Unruly Mob? Yeah, I think I might go for the Unruly Mob this turn. It's kind of a similar play. Both of them cost 2 land, and I get to draw a card as well. He gets bumped up to a 6/6. Doesn't really matter now. Would you like to draw a card? Yes, I would like to pay 1 and draw a card. Excellent. So I get a land as well, which is exactly what I wanted, which is why I wanted to play my Mentor of the Week. So I can swing in like this. He probably won't choose to block with that one. He is choosing to block with that one, although that one won't kill it off. So I do 2 damage does go through, which is fair enough. I want to be careful with this one. If he plays anything, I don't really want to swing in with this one. I could get away with it that turn because he didn't have anything to block it, but yeah, I'd rather not have this one release the Core Spirit Dancer back onto the battlefield. Although thankfully that Armored Ascension did go to the graveyard as it exiled the other one, which is pretty cool. So what's he doing then? What's his plan? So I've got 4 land down now, which means I could play the Seraph of Dawn. That'd be pretty cool. In theory, one more turn I could play the Angelic Overseer, which is also pretty good. So, Sigil of the Empty Throne. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a 4/4. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Especially for this deck. I'm going to have to like do some heavy damage pretty quick, I think. So what have we got? We've got Thraben Valiant, Mentor of the Meek, Seraph of Dawn. See, I'd like to get my Angelic Overseer down for when he starts getting those ancient creatures down, but I want to get some... what's the word I'm looking for? I want to get some... If I play these 2, I can actually draw 2 cards, which is pretty cool. It'd be nice if I could still play that, but unfortunately he does have 2 pacifisms. So I've got another Gather the Townsfolk and a land. Excellent, that's exactly what I wanted, so I can get my Angelic Overseer down to act as a blocker against any of those pesky angels. But for now, we shall swing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, so probably only 3. As he'll probably block one of them. That one, yep, fair enough. Can't do any damage to it, but so at least 3 damage will go through, so he's down to 3. So what's his play now? Like I said, this one should be good for blocking any angels that he plays from the Sigil of the Empty Throne, as it'll be indestructible with all my human tokens down, which is always nice. And it'll probably kill him off as well, as it's a 5/3, so that's pretty sweet. So I've got a plan for that. I've also then got a Seraph of Dawn as well. So what's he got? Another Armored Ascension. Oh, fantastic. That's exactly what I want. So he gets that as flying and another flying creature as well. That's kind of terrifying. 6/8 flying. Oh my sweet Jesus. Please give me a and a Daybreak Coronet. So he gets another 4 angel creature token down. Yeah, that is kind of terrifying in this deck. Once you can start getting some enchantments in play. Oh my god, please give me something that can exile next turn. So that's 10 damage gone through, so I'm down to 4 health. Oh dear. Oh no, it's not what I wanted. And it's got, I mean, Jesus Christ, and it's got Vigilance as well. So I'm basically dead because I can't block all 3 of them. That's typical. Is there anything else I could play? Not really, considering I don't really have a lot of land, so... Yeah, I think I'm pretty much doomed here because I can't block all 3 of them, so down goes the Angelic Overseer. Oh, that's going to go down as a loss. That's kind of disappointing. I thought I had him down to 3 health there. I was so close, so close. Yeah, unfortunately that thing has Vigilance as well, so that's really frustrating. Otherwise I'd probably just... And it's got lifelink. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, that's a loss, guys. Curses. Curses. Another That Armored Ascension is a ridiculous card as well. If you can get like those two down, you're golden basically. I'm debating whether or not doing one more game. I'll have a think about it. You'll see in a sec. Okay, so I decided to do one more game. Oh, 2 Champion of the Parishes, a Mentor of the Meek, and a Guy Solid Monk. Keeping that hand. Excellent. Yeah, I decided to do one more game. I had time for it. That last one kind of frustrated me, so I want to do one more and win one more. At least it'll be like two all then. 2 for me, 2 for the 2 for my opponents. Let's get you down and the Champion of the Parish. So we can start getting him pumped up next turn with another Champion of the Parish. Hopefully he's not got a deck that stops me from attacking like the last one. If he didn't have that pacify as well, it might have ended differently. If he hadn't been able to pacify my Champion of the Parish, it probably would have killed him off sooner. Can't really do much about it though. It was just a good play from him. Obviously pacifism is a very powerful card, and then he got some other very powerful cards down as well. Festering Goblin looks like he is playing the Demons deck, which I played last week. Oh, Honor of the Pure. I think I'm going to play that one this turn. Yeah, because my reason for this is that if I was to play the Champion of the Parish, swing in now with him, and that one kills it off. Oh no! When Festering Goblin dies, target creature gains -1/-1 to the end of the turn. Actually, I'm going to skip my attack there because reason being, if he decides to block my Champion of the another Festering Goblin, oh great! If he decided to block my Champion of the Parish there. My logic there would be that he'd do 1 damage to it and then be able to kill it off, so either way. So it'd be worth just kind of developing my board with the Honor of the Pure. Excellent, more land, that's what I like to see. So, you know what, I actually think I'm going to play Mentor of the Meek this turn instead. Pump this up a little bit more. There we go. This one gets this one's a 3/3 as well, and then I'm actually going to skip my attack because if he decides to double block, he can then again kill off my Champion of the Parish. So keeping this thing alive as long as possible. So my logic for playing the Mentor of the Meek is to develop my board a little bit. So this turn, when I play the Champion of the Parish, I can draw a card. Excellent. That's what I like to see, and then it pumps up that. This one comes on as a 2/2. I get to draw a card. Yes, I would like to draw a card. Oh, another Honor of the Pure. This is like the perfect start right now for this deck. Look at that. That's beautiful. So now I will swing in because even if both of these die, so does 2 damage to that. So he's double blocking that. Okay, so he's going to kill off my Mentor of the Meek. It's fair enough. So I kill off both of his blockers, and then they get to kill off that one. That's fair enough. It's not the end of the world. I can live with that. I hadn't thought of that one. I probably should have just swung in with my Champion of the Parish there. That was a bit silly. My bad, guys. I hadn't thought of that possibility. I'm still not doing too badly though. I got a 3/3 and a 5/5. Excellent. So I've actually just managed to get another Mentor of the Meek anyway. But what I'm probably going to do first is play the Geist Honored Monk. So when Geist Honored Monk enters the battlefield, put 2/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield, and Geist Honored Monk's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. That is going to be sweet. It's going to be like, that's going to be crazy big. First, we're going to swing in with the 2 Champion of the Parishes. Don't want to swing it. Don't want to play this before attacking. He's probably got some kind of removal. I'd guess he would have some kind of removal. He does. So he's got Hideous End, destroy target non-back creature. Its controller loses 2 life. Thought he might do that, but I've got my Geist Honored Monk, which is going to come on as a crazy big 6/6. So that goes up to a 4/4. That one goes up to a 6/6, and these bad boys come on as 2/3/3. So I'm looking pretty good. I'm so glad I decided to play this game now. Hopefully he's got nothing that's going to... There we go. Replaced by the AI. Woo! Rage quit. Let's just hit continue. There's no point playing anything. I may as well just attack with all now. There we go. Let's finish him off. So just them alone would have finished it off, but... so what's he doing then? Oh, what? Don't kill off my Geist Honored Monk. That's just mean. Why would you do that? So, when Elder Cathar dies, put a 1/1 counter on target creature control if that creature is human. Let's play the Elder Cathar. Why the hell not? I don't think that would trigger the... No, that wouldn't trigger the Mentor of the Meek. So, this Champion of the Parishes is up to a 5/5 now, and he's down to 2 health. I may have to play 2 of those They're pretty good cards, actually. That's more removal for this deck. I don't think I've got any of those Hideous Ends in my deck, but again, let's just attack with all. This should finish him off. I doubt he's got that much removal. If he hasn't played any lands in a while, that's probably it. That's probably it done for him. And that's game. I'm so glad I decided to play this game now. Okay, so excellent. That was a successful 4th game. So 2 wins, 2 losses. First one was kind of sucky because it was just a horrendous mana flood. The one against the Guardians of Light deck was good for him. He managed to get, he had those two really good cards. I couldn't really do much about that. It's totally out of my hands there. The fact that he just had a good deck build. The card that makes his creature flying and gives it like +1 for the amount of lands it's got, and then all the other enchantments can make some of those creatures ridiculous. If I'd got some kind of removal, it might have been slightly different, but that's not the end of the world. 2 good wins against black deck. Did I beat black decks both times? I must have done. But yeah, so that was good. I enjoyed that. So that's a good start to the kind of like the next run through all of these decks. If I missed any and you want me to go through any decks, if you think I've missed one of them or two, let me know and I'll go back and do it. But for now, I'm going to be going back and playing some of my old favourite decks, hopefully doing a bit better than last time, getting a few wins. So I'm going to be leaving the video there. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.